My life has been a series of just really ups and downs. Grew up in church as a little kid, um, knowing everything about God. But I hit a time in my life, growing up, that just teenage years, you want to test the waters, you want to be in the world, see how it is, everything you have heard that you're supposedly missing. And for my consequences of doing, what I wanted and being out there, choosing the life of the world, I I ended up in prison. I went a little bit to church in there, focused on my studies, and doing my time. I came out. I got married with my wife, and we had a beautiful child, and everything was great. I thought, I came out. Look, everything I've accomplished. I had a good job. I had a good, house, a nice car, beautiful wife, beautiful daughter. Everything was good for me, and I thought I was doing it by myself, and I went hard on the drugs. I went out, with my friends almost every day. I neglected my wife, neglected my daughter, neglected God, and ever since, and till I lost it. I lost my wife, lost my daughter. Sitting in county jail, looking at time again, I started praying to God, and I remember I was there for like about 2 weeks, and I was really hurting, having lost everything, and I cried out to God. I cried out to God, and I told him, please help me, please be there for me. I came out the night before Christmas. I remember seeing my daughter for Christmas, and it was the greatest joy for me. I took her to church, to my mother's church. They had done a Christmas event, and I remember going, and I felt so at peace being there in church with my daughter again. And I'm like, this is the way to go. I started talking to my wife again, and she was already going to Foursquare at that time. A friend of hers, a neighbor, she invited her. She was going there, and I remember she asked me, hey, you want to come along with me, to see how it is? And I'm like, sure, why not? I remember I was trying to get closer and, just trying to see what it was all about, being, in that walk with God again. But at the same time, I kept drinking, I kept smoking. For me, I thought I was doing better because I had left all the hard drugs that I used to do. I had a DUI happen to me going down to Bellingham. I was working for a cousin in the moving company, and we went out there for a big job, away from my family for several days. I got back home, and I decided to stop everything I was doing. I remember I grabbed the stuff I was smoking and I broke them. I remember I grabbed the bottle and threw it away. And from that moment forward, I saw that choosing God was the biggest strength in my life. I saw it was the only way for me. It's been a wonderful walk with God these past 2 years for me. It's just the blessings he's given me, are so amazing. To have a new job. The relationship with my wife is so wonderful, and it's all because we put God first in our lives. Even, the time I get to spend with my kids, it's sober Ricky now, not the guy I used to be before, that I would just hide in my addictions and my hurts, and habits, and I'd push my kids away. And I'm just so thankful God has done this change in my life, because now it's spreading to everybody around me. I love God, and I know my family loves him, and I'm so thankful to God for what he has done for me and my family.